got news. Chavo Guerrero Sr. is now on area code 603. Welcome to Under the Map Radio, Chavo Guerrero Sr.
Hey, man, what's going on, man? Sorry I'm a little late. Anyway, I'm here. I'm on the phone.
It's fine. Thank you, Chavo, for coming on Under the Map Radio. Thank you. How you feeling today?
I'm doing fine, brother. How you guys doing?
Oh, we good, man. We good.
Doing good.
Good.
Doing good.
Good.
No, we gotta ask you first. What do you prefer to be called? Chavo Guerrero Sr., Chavo Classic?
Chavo.
Chavo. Okay.
That's it. I'm Chavo. When you talk to me, Chavo, when you talk with my brother, when my son's around, Classic's good or Chavo, I don't care. I mean, I am the original Chavo, so you're talking to me right now, so, or you can call me Classic if you want, brother. Just don't call me Senior.
Okay.
Okay.
We won't. So let NFC Gameboy start out with the questions.
First of all, Chavo, let me say it's an honor talking to you, man.
Thank you, sir.
Big fan of you and the Guerrero family for many, many, many years. First thing I want you to do is to tell our listeners who don't know, who is Chavo Guerrero?
Chavo Guerrero Classic, or because our senior, because, you know, my son does have the same name. He goes as Junior. I am the eldest of the Guerrero family. My dad was a wrestler, Gory Guerrero, and then it's Chavo Mondo Hector Eddie, and may he rest in peace, and then my son Chavo. And then, of course, to my mother's side, my uncle was a wrestler. I had three uncles that were wrestlers. One retired as a world champion. My cousins are wrestlers. I think Mondo counted one time. There was 14 actual first blood brothers or cousins that wrestle. So Chavo Guerrero comes from a big legacy of wrestling and has wrestled all over the world and wrestled amateur. Went to kind of a high school champion. Got a scholarship to UTEP. So wrestling, coach wrestling, and turned pro and about wrestling in just about every organization there is, brother.
Mm-hmm.
And then and the oldest WWE Cruiserweight champion until Vince decides to change that.
Would you care to share the age you were when you became Cruiserweight champion?
Do what? I'm sorry? Say that again?
I said, do you care to share and let the fans know how old you were when you became Cruiserweight champion?
I was 55, brother.
55.
Yeah. Yes, sir. 55
and I will
years
say,
old.
I will say you were in incredible shape. I remember when you won the Cruiserweight title. We watched it with my family, and you were in shape. I don't see anybody else that's older than you in as good shape as you in. Even you look better than Flair, I will say. Nothing against Flair, but physically.
I'm 64 right now, and I'm in good shape. I say in good shape. And I still get in the ring once in a while, you know. These new kids make it easy because they don't know what the hell they're doing. But, you know, just go out there and do what it's called wrestling, and at the right time, at the right situation, you do a little nice move, and it's all easy, man. But, you know.
So, yeah. Now, I want to ask you this. With you being a Guerrero, and, of course, we hear all of the big name families, the Hennings, the Harts, the Ortons. What makes the Guerrero family different from all of the rest?
Let me tell you what makes the Guerrero different and the best of the families. I'm not saying best in anything but wrestling. First of all, we all are wrestlers, and we all wrestled in high school. We all wrestled in college, one way or the other. You know, we all went into wrestling. We were all successful. Plus, we had a wrestling business that my father, you know, was a promoter, and it was a family business. You know, Mondo and I would get up at 5 in the morning and set up the ring, go to high school, come back, drive to the town that he promoted that day, unload the ring, set it up, take a shower, you know, put this wrestling jackets we had on to usher, or go pick up a wrestler, come, you know, usher, sell tickets, do whatever we had to do there. Sometimes even concessions, you know, sell whatever we had to. We had the concession, then take the wrestlers back wherever they have to go, like to the airport or something. Take the ring down, go home, get up early again, unload the ring, and go to high school. No, nobody else has ever done that. Not the Ortons. I mean, not the Van Eriks for sure. And this is not demeaning the other families. There's a lot of great families. But we are 100% wrestling. We didn't play basketball. We didn't play football. We were wrestlers, brother. That's it. That's it. Nothing but. So that makes us different. And we know every aspect of the we made characters when my dad had the Warriors territory. We actually made characters because he had the TV and they wouldn't give him no big, a big name. So we have to make some characters. And we've been bookers in every aspect of the business. We have, we've been promoters, and I mean, who else has done that, really? And we're all still here, except for my brother Eddie, and we're still in one way or another involved in wrestling. You see Hector and Kenny. Mondo does a lot of stunt work, a lot of wrestling stunt, and coordinates some shows up there. Me, of course, I'm still wrestling and writing a book, and brother, I mean, give me a break. I mean, that's. Now, if you show me somebody else that's done half of what we've done, then, I'll take. And again, I'm not defeating any family. I think everybody deserves their own right. I love the Ortons. I love the Van Eriks. I love, you asked me a question, so I answered it. That's what I think that makes them, not necessarily that we are, but that's what I think, prejudice of the situation. Yeah.
We really thank you. We have a chat room question. This is from Juan in North Carolina. He says, Mondo was the trainer for Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. What was your thoughts, and did he come to you about taking the job?
No. Mondo, I stayed in wrestling. Mondo jumped from wrestling to the movie industry, which he did really, really good. And yes, he was the trainer for Glow, and he did one hell of a job. I mean, a lot of the girls have respect for him. I did an interview the other day, and there was a girl in there that was actually a Glow girl, and she was so had so much to say and humbled with Mondo's work. And Mondo did a good job. He showed them how to wrestle, and they had a good show. So, and he's done he did a fantastic job, and that's all the Guerreros do. Not because. Well, that's our thing, man. Like I said, we didn't want to be mechanics. We didn't want to be nothing else but wrestlers, and we were there, and the best.
Yeah, we thank you, Juan from North Carolina for that.
Yeah, thanks, Juan.
Thank you for that. We have another chat. One question. Give me a second, Chavo.
Okay.
I did look at your Twitter. While we wait for the question, I was on your Twitter account, and I believe you said you was you were swimming in your daughter's pool. Are you a good swimmer?
Yeah, I was a lifeguard. I used to be a lifeguard, man, in El Paso. That's how when I was going to college, before I got the scholarship, I was already married. No, actually, my last year in college, they did away with the wrestling program, and they took my scholarship away, but that's another story. But anyway, I was a lifeguard and a swimmer and a diver. That's why, I invented the moonsault, and by far I am the original inventor of the moonsault. I know there's a lot of people out there that claim it, but I am the original, and if you look back in your history books and your history magazines, nobody had ever done it before I did it. And it got the move of the year 1988 by, I think it was Ring, one of the Ring magazines. But anyway, yeah.
Okay. Well, just real quick, we have another chat room question. I do know a lot of times in the NWA, I remember in the late 80s, a lot of people try to say Muda, the great Muda, the great Muda was the one who brought it to America. So that's what they try to say.
Well, the thing about it is Muda didn't do the moonsault until after I did. Number one, Muda was in the States, but he never did the moonsault. I was the first one in that, and I did it in. I mean, you go back in the history books. I did it in the Bill Watts territory when he got the Fort Worth TV. So anybody can say anything, but I just facts talk. You show me a moonsault that was done before mine, and then I'll see the bragging rights. That's all that is. Who knows? Maybe somebody else invented it somewhere that we don't know about. But as far as I know, brother, and I know it was my move. I invented it in my head. I didn't see it anywhere. I invented it in my head, and I did it. Boom.
Oh yeah.
Which all it is a back dive, man. But if you do it at the right time, you know, it looks amazingly good. Now I should have patented the son of a bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have patented the son of a bitch.
You can say what you want, Chavo. You can catch
Everybody's doing it now in every match just about. But yeah, that's like a headlock or something, man. You know, everybody does headlock. But yeah, brother, that's the story on that.
Okay. But real quick, we have a chat room question and we have a caller. We have a chat room question from Cesar from Mexico. Did you keep in contact with Vicky Guerrero, and did you follow her on TV?
No. Vicky disassociated herself from the family after Eddie's passing. She wrote everybody a letter, and I didn't get one. I don't know why, but I'm sure that it got lost in the mail or something. But even my mother, she said she didn't want anything to do with the family. So we don't, you know, we just stay away from her. And now they do talk to my son, but to the brothers and my mom, and that's what really hurt me. And my sisters, they're not there, man. When we're not there, we just have no communication, man. That was her choice. So we respect her, brother. Do I follow her? Are you kidding me, brother? Are you kidding me? What did she do? What did she do to become a wrestler? Number one, we said be married to a wrestler, and the only reason she's successful is because that's the way she is in real life. Mondo is right on the nose. I'm serious. She's a bitch in real life, from what I remember. So, you know, she's like playing a true character. So, you know, but I'm happy for her at the same time. I'm happy for her, you know, and she got a spot, and she took advantage of it. So for one reason or another, she did get over, and she's supporting her girls, and you know, what else can you say about that, you know? So good for her. We just have no communication at all.
Okay. And Chavo, just to let you know, you can say whatever the hell you want. There's no language barrier.
Well, I am, brother. I am.
Say whatever you want. Area code 814 caller. Thank you. Welcome to Under the Mat Radio with Chavo Guerrero Sr.
Good.
Yeah, I got a question for Chavo.
Okay.
Yeah, the question is, when you wrestled in WWE, did anyone tell you to change your wrestling style to fit the WWE style of wrestling?
When I worked for WWE?
Yes.
No. You know, actually, I went in there as a manager to manage my son, and that was only for the Eddie Guerrero angle against my son. But then they asked me to rest if I had my gear with me, and you know, I'm old school. And Jerry Briscoe told him, I bet you he does have it with him, and sure enough, I did have it with me. And so they put me to wrestling. I guess they liked what came out, and we went from there. And I did Angle. Kurt Angle did tell me one time, you know, you're falling like an old man because I haven't wrestled for a while. So when I was taking some bumps, I was kind of, you know, I wasn't, you know, registering the way I should have been. And he told me then, I said, you're right. I saw it. So I started, you know, doing it more into where it was more like a wrestler instead of trying to protect myself because, you know, because of the age situation in my mind and all that. And once I got into that, you know, oh no, nobody told me to change. On the contrary, they love my style.
All right.
Carly, do you have any more questions?
Chavo doesn't have to answer this question if he doesn't want to. Do you have any funny stories about Vicky when you were associated with her?
Oh, brother, I got a lot of funny stories. I just told one the other day about Tracy Smothers, man. Tracy Smothers, you know who he is. He's up south, and he's one heck of a boy. I mean, when I say boy, I mean a wrestler. One of the boys, and he was he had just started out, and we were wrestling. I'd go in and out for Bill Watts. I was traveling all over the place, but I'd just come back from Japan, and I think Bill. I'd go in for two weeks for Bill, and then 2 weeks out, and he would respect my Japan trips, etc. And I went in there, and Dave Peterson was there, and they brought Tracy in for a little while, I guess. So we wrestled in Alexandria that night. And Alexandria, that was our hub, you know. From there, we went out and wrestled everywhere else, and then come back to Alexandria. So we went out after the matches, and just coincidentally, there was Tuffy Trisdale. Tuffy Trisdale was he was retired pro wrestler, but he had the bear with him. He had a bear with him, and he was a wrestling bear. You know, he had a muscle. They had declawed him and everything. But he just happened to be in town that night at a bar. So we all decided we're going to take Tracy to the bar, and Tracy said, hell, I'll wrestle the son of a bitch. You know, he was a big old a hillbilly guy, you know, real nice Christian hillbilly guy, and so I don't think we even had to convince him. So, you know, in wrestling, when somebody is not listening right or he's squeezing you too hard, you kind of squeeze his arm or his wrist or something and kind of, you know, that's called the office. You kind of communicate to him that, hey, man, what the hell's going on? Chill out or relax or pay attention or something, right? So we told Tracy, well, when you get to the bear, if he starts getting too rough with you, just give him the office. You know, squeeze him a little bit. But on the bear, it meant the other way. It meant get tougher. And he didn't know that. So we were up there standing on top of the bar, and he's getting the hell beat out of him. But, you know, Tracy, he just keeps coming, man. And then we keep, you know, going with our hands, give him the office, give him the office. Well, that bear just started, he beat the hell out of him, man. He came down, Chavo out trying to give him the office, but he kept just coming harder. So then we all started laughing, and then he got it, you know. I said, you sons of bitches. But we all laughed, and he took it pretty well. He was a good old boy and good sport about it, and that was very funny. It was one of those things you had to be there. And you know, I'm writing a book, and there's a lot of them in my book coming out. So that was a good one there.
Okay. And you here now, Chavo, you can plug your book and talk about your book a little bit. What is it called, and what do we have to look forward to?
Well, I don't even have a name for it yet, brother. You know, you write the book first, and then you get a name. I haven't even thought about a name. You know, I'm a wrestler, not a writer, so I got somebody helping me out. We're both doing it, and I'm liking the way it's coming out. It's still, you know, we're in chapter 20-something, but, you know, we're just going back and forth and revising some chapters in here and there, and we still have a lot to talk about. But, you know, I think people are going to like it, and if they do, they do it. If they don't, they don't. I like it. As long as my family likes it, it gives honor to my family and the Guerrero name. That's what I care about, and but it's going to be good. I like the way this guy writes things, and like I said, as long as I like it, that's good. So anyway, so I don't know when the projected date coming out is. It's still, you know, I'm not rushing it. I've been doing this project for about 10 years, believe it or not. Not with the writer, but off and on, and the idea's been there, and then I did a little work on it, and so, and then, you know, it's not an everyday thing. So it's whenever he's got time, whenever I got time, we get on it. So it's going slow but good.
Okay.
All right.
Like I said, we friends on Facebook, and I follow you on Twitter, and you know, once you get the updates, just let us know. Under the
I will, definitely. I would appreciate that, and I think I know everybody will enjoy it. And just go out and buy it, man. I need the money. Don't we all?
NFC Gameboy.
Chavo, I'm NFC Gameboy. Once again, I just want to ask you, being a Guerrero is a huge responsibility. I know how proud your son Chavo and your brother Eddie was in the business. How do you feel about the wrestling that is now?
I don't even watch it, brother. I don't even watch it. I don't. And then, you know what, I'm not going to say it's worse than ours, or our time was better. Our time, you know, everything changes. You know, even your body changes with time. It's not entertainment. I used to watch it when Eddie was on in Chavo, and then Chavo on. But, you know, I don't enjoy it anymore. And why watch something just because I got out, you know, it just, WWE, all this talking, and I just don't see it, man. And then TNA, you know, they got the same guys over and over and over and over and over and over. And then I was watching Ring of Honor the other day, and they got some good boys there, man.
Yeah.
Good moves, but they have no timing for their moves. Their timing in the ring is good, but they do so many damn moves, man, that they don't give the people a chance. There's no story told, man. Maybe it's me, but I'm old school, man. And, I don't know. I just don't enjoy it, so I just don't see it anymore, brother. To tell you the truth. Now, I still watch some of the tapes, some of the old. I just saw one actually today with Steve Cox, which is a good friend of mine, against Takara in Japan, UWF. And, man, what a match they had. I still see some old Japanese tapes that when I was there, and Terry and Dory and all these guys, and I enjoy that. I enjoy the wrestling part. I don't enjoy, I'm just over the whole wrestling scene right now, the way it's going, the direction it's going, and oh well,
That's fine.
Yes, and like I said, and I got to ask you this because I was doing my research on your man, NSC Gameboy. Apparently, and just clarify this because you can't believe everything you read on the internet. Conan, I believe I was reading.
Conehead?
Yes. I believe he was reading that you and Conan had some words back and forth on Twitter.
Yeah. Here's the thing about Conan. Conan is one of those guys that talks behind your back. When he's with you, he smiles. When you turn your back, he stabs you. And you can ask anybody that knows him on that. So, we helped him out, especially Eddie. And he said he would talk behind our backs, and he would go and say this and this and this and that. So, and he thinks he knows everything. And he couldn't even work a lick. I've seen his best matches. Hits. And he's always saying this and this and that. And he was calling somebody out. And he said, well, let them come and I'll tell them right now. He said it on Twitter or something. So I tweeted something like, oh, yeah, right. Something about some shooter that said something. He said, well, if he's that important, you can tell me right now. We'd settle it. I said, shit, you run. And I was with him in Mexico when Rayo de Jalisco challenged him to a match in the dressing room. And he chickened out, and he's just a pussy, man. So anyway, I made a comment, and then he started commenting on me that I was old, that I was that, and I was this and this and that. So what, I said, I started responding, and we both started insulting each other, this and that. So I finally asked him, well, why don't you tell the people the truth and tell them, because if you've ever taken steroids, and he just kept avoiding the situation. And he kept, saying, yeah, and you, and I said, well, have you ever taken steroids? Why don't you guys? And he kept going with it, so I kept going too, man. And every time, I got to have the upper hand, brother. I got to have the heat, man. So, boom, I throw it out. Well, why don't you just say, have you, or you don't even say yes or no, because you and I know the truth as well as all the boys. And he finally said, yes, I do. So what? I said, that's all you have to say. And from then on, I haven't even talked to him. To the idiot, he said he's going to beat me up. I said, how can you beat me up, brother? You couldn't beat me up when you were in good shape. Now that you're all messed up, man, you're going to think you're going to beat me up. Even me at my age, I'll whip your ass so fast, and not I'll hit you over the head with a chair or something. I'll pick something up and name your ass. But that'll never happen, man. Shit, those are just you get the heat of the moment, and it was a good little run, and he fell into the trap, and he went for it. And do I like him? I don't give a rat's ass about him, period, one way or the other. So, God bless him, doesn't do his own thing. But if I see him and he challenges me, I'll go, brother. I'm ready. I don't care how old I am. If I got a cane, he'll have a cane whipping on his ass. I'll tell you.
Man, thank you. I just want to bring this up real quick before I give it to NSC Gameboy. Pat Tanaka, we're friends with him. We're having him on our show in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm going to
you teamed with your brother, if I'm right, Mondo, and you went against the team Bad Company in AWA for Young DDP.
Yeah. Pat Tanaka. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying, you can talk about Pat Tanaka and AWA and your memories of that.
His dad wrestled against my dad, Kenji Shibuya. And we knew him before, when he came and wrestled my dad. We were in Amarillo, but Pat's a hell of a wrestler. He's just not a very good person sometimes. Well, that's just personal. I used to love Pat a lot, but every time I was with him, either he broke my radio in my porch, or I got something stolen, not from him, but from one of his friends, and And then he called and said, well, oh, come on, man, how expensive could it be? It's not the expense shit. It's the action of the situation. So Pat and I really don't get along. But, well, the matches were great, man. Pat was a hell of a worker, man. Super. I mean, it's a single, and it's a tag with, what was the name?
Was it Paul Diamond?
Yeah, Paul. So they made one heck of a team, and we had some good matches, and can't say nothing about Pat. Hell of a worker.
Yeah, do you participate in DDP yoga?
Yeah, DDP was with him, and he, I remember once he was mad at us because he was managing them, and Mondo and I, we stole the show, or we were trying to, we robbed the camera angles, man, and he had this valet with him, and we got her, and we spanked her on the floor. He wasn't too happy about that, but oh well, too bad. But DDP, never had no problem with DDP. Nice guy, man. Nice guy, And that day he came, he said, oh, man, you guys shouldn't be doing that. I said, well, you shouldn't have her there then. She's going to be around the floor, and I'm running around chasing Pat, and she gets in the way. I'm going to knock her out. Or not knock her out, but, it's, hey, man, that's our, we're going to steal the spotlight. That's just the way it is.
Right.
So anyway.
That's fine. NXT Game Boy?
Well, I want to ask you this real quick because I know we're running out of time.
Okay.
What do you do when someone comes up to you and they tell you that wrestling is fake, wrestling is bogus and everything? What is your response?
That is a good question. I used to really get mad about it because I saw my father, what he went through and what we've been going through. Now, to me, fake in the dictionary, I don't know, I've looked it up in the dictionary and it means staged or something. But to me, fake means not real. There is no imaginary mattresses, air mattresses. You do get hit. You just respect each other. You do get hit with a chair, believe me. You do get hurt. I mean, I call it going at 3/4 speed. There's nothing fake about wrestling. Okay, now it's like a ballet, brother. I mean, it's choreographed. Yeah, that's all. That's new school now. Everything is choreographed, even what you say now. But old school, they would just tell you to finish, who's going over, and then you go to get in there and produce a match, man. That would be, and we have no extras, we have no stand-ins, we have no makeup on this before you go up there. Of course, some guys like have their tan, but some guys that don't have that natural tan, brother, if you know what I mean. They
right.
get that spray for shit. So, we're the best. If they want to call it, we're the best actors in the world, man. We ain't got no, we don't have time to rehearse. You could rehearse on the job. But as far as being fake, man, it's entertainment. It's not the old Roman Coliseum times. So what do I tell them? I tell them, look, if you want to believe it's fake, there's nothing that I can tell you that's going to convince you that it's not. If you want to believe that it's real, on the other hand, there's nothing I can tell you that it is fake. But man, I'll tell you what, if you talk to somebody and they'll say, oh yeah, it's fake. But I remember the time in my time when Bulldog Fletcher or somebody wrestled him. Now that was real. And you're going, why am I talking to this idiot, man? So anyway, it's whatever you want to believe, brothers. To me, as long as you don't change the channel, that's all there is to it. Because that's what makes her living, TV. So then you believe what you want. As long as you watch me, you believe it's fake, yeah. And if they ask you, hey, it's wrestling fake, you say yeah, then they'll go, no, it's not. So it's like a catch-5 situation, man. What the hell? So I just tell them that's whatever you want to believe. That's it.
Good.
But if you really want to find out, get in the ring with one. That's the bottom line. Is to keep it up. If you really want to find out, get in the ring with one, man, and wager some money because they're not going to whoop your ass for free. We do this for a living, okay? So wager some money, get up there, and either you beat them up or they'll beat you up, and we'll find out. Or you will anyway. So that's basically what I say. I tried, just whatever you think is fine. Well, okay, they quit watching me. Don't, even I'm a teacher now, And though I'm retired, I do a lot of subbing. And some of the kids, oh man, it's all fake. I say, yeah, it is. So anyway, this is history. We're not going to talk about it. But anyway.
But just to ask you real quick, I know we low on time. We're going to take a commercial break after I say this and ask Chavo that you stay on the line when we take care of some business off air.
All right, brother.
Real quick, since you had promoters, and since notoriously some of the toughest promoter, you work with Bill Watts and you work with Vince McMahon Jr. If Vince
I
McMahon
worked with
Jr.
Eric too. Yeah, and I worked with Bert Gagne. And Don Owens and Eddie Graham. I've worked for a lot of them, brother, just about every one of them.
So out of all the promoters...
The only one I never worked for was Nick Goulas. And my father told me, don't ever work for that thief, robbing son of a bitch.
Wow.
That's the only one I never worked for. Nick Goulas in Tennessee.
Right. So out of the promoters you worked with, I'm going to see if you can give an impersonation of one of the promoters of your choosing that you worked with. Vince McMahon, Bill Watts, Eddie Graham, Vern Gagne, Prince Von Erich.
An impersonation, I can't do that, man. I'm not. I could have been an entertainer saying jokes, but Vince is like very proper. Bill Watts was they're all different, man. I don't do impersonations, brother. If I do, it's got to be over some beers and it's just not. They've all had their good points and bad points with me, but I tell you what, Bill Watts was that has treated me probably the best, and didn't lie to me till later on. Was Bill Watts, man? He gave me a deal and he kept his word to the end of his bargain, man. I mean, it was good. And what can I say? Like I said, they all have their good points and bad points, but I don't do imitations, brother.
He said unless you drink a beer or at a bar.
Well, if I drink a beer, I can imitate you, man. Shit, I don't imitate anybody. That's when the crazy Chavo comes out, man. That's when classic comes out, baby.
What's your favorite kind of beer to drink then?
Oh, brother, I'm trying to stop here and there, but I got Corona, man, or I change here and there. I started drinking Coors Light, and then I went to Bud Light, didn't like Coors Light. Then I went to Miller Lite, didn't like either. Now I'm drinking Keystone. I mean, it's cheaper, and I don't need but one or two. But Corona's my favorite. They just got too expensive, man. They're like $20 for 12-pack. They're crazy. I'm not going to spend that much money.
Okay.
So, when I go out with the boys, we'll have some beers.
Okay.
When I'm here partying with my girlfriend, we'll have some beers, and I like to joke around and do some pranks, and I have a good time, brother, believe me.
Well, we want to take you up on that offer sometime. We come down and visit you.
Anytime.
In NSC Game Boy, get some Keystone or Coronas or whatever beer you want.
Yeah, you already know what it is. We'll take you out for a drink, man. All of us have a drink and chill. But we got to go on commercial.
Please hold tight. We're about to take a commercial travel. Can you please stay on hold? We'll be back with Under the Mat Radio. We're in a real second.
Hey guys, this is Sean Miller again from the People Who Know Good Wrestling radio show. Are you looking to advertise? Great. We offer the cheapest rates you'll find anywhere. We are a nationally syndicated radio show. Our audience spans all over the world. We've worked with some of the biggest names in wrestling. Names like Bret the Hitman Hart, Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, Dory and Terry Funk, both World Heavyweight Champions, Tully Blanchard, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, 16-time World Heavyweight Champion. Such guys, former WWE superstars Chris Masters, Carlito, the Big LG Luke Gallows, Road Warrior Animal, Tommy Dreamer, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Lex Luger, and many more. Check out all of our exclusive in-depth tell-all interviews with those superstars that I just mentioned at www.blogtalkradio.com/PWKGW or go ahead, Chavo.
Do what? Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. Hey, this is Chavo Guerrero, man. Give a shout out to Under the Mat Radio. Listen, because if you don't, I go down there and put you under the mat. So listen to Under the Mat Radio. Chavo Classic, Chavo Guerrero Sr. Y'all have a great, great day and listen to Under the Mat Radio.
facing, man. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay,
Chavo.
brother. God bless. Okay, you
Take
guys
care.
Thank you.
Wow. Are we back online?
Yeah, I think we are. 60 Seconds fans. Welcome back to Under the Mat Radio with Tech and your co-host, Energy Gameboy. We thank all the fans for listening. Thank all the fans who called in and all the fans who have done live chat. We thank Chris Price for being our business correspondent today. We thank Chavo Guerrero for being a great guest.